The power ballad. They ruled the airwaves in the late 80s and early 90s. And if you were a band that wanted to make it big, a ballad could make or break your career, resulting in selling millions of albums and going multi-platinum. Tonight, we'll talk about 30 of the best hair metal ballads right here in the Hairband Basement.
This is the hair metal theme for the Hairband Basement Show, where I talk about hair metal and stuff and things.
Welcome to the Hairband Basement. I am your host, Basement Brian, and tonight I got a couple of guests, one new and one fucking tired and old. But yeah, this is the first time Headbangers Paul is here in the basement. Check out his channel here on YouTube. He's got good stuff there. Why don't you say hi to the good folks there, Paul?
What's up, Basementeers? Thanks for having me on.
I'm surprised that's picking up now. And of course, I got Jay, who's been on here numerous times. He's got his own ass group over there on the couch, so he's a regular. All right, so tonight is, I guess, an episode for the ladies. It's all about the ballads.
Every bad boy has a soft side. Get Monster Ballads.
So we decided let's do a 10-song or 10 ballad mixtape, our favorites from the genre, because those things were fucking big in the late 80s, early 90s, and sometimes that made or broke a band, depending on how well your ballad did. So on my screen, the order I'm looking at, because it always changes once I fucking edit this and it goes out there, but whatever. So Paul, you'll start us off, Jay, and then myself. So, Paul, we put in your ballad mixtape. What's the first thing coming up? Wait, hold on. You're like 20, so you even know what a mixtape is?
I know what a mixtape is.
Okay, all right, because you're way past. You were born way past the age of cassettes. That was just not even a thing by this century. But all right, so what's your first ballad on your mixtape?
Okay, yeah, it was kind of hard to come up with a lead-off track with a ballad because, you really want to, grab the audience, just hit them with something. So I ended up going with Pantera from Power Metal, the song We'll Meet Again.
Ooh, okay. Jay's impressed.
Impressive. Most impressive.
Are you a
Very.
Pantera fan, Jay?
I'm a huge Pantera fan.
Nice.
Yeah, oh yeah. So what made you pick, why is that your lead off?
I just really like the kind of dark, heavy, moody riff. Phil Anselmo just has some soaring vocals on it. And I think it's just a good way to start off the mix.
Okay, all right, cool. I wasn't expecting Pantera to be on anyone's mixtape.
Yeah,
Nice.
that was really the transition point for Pantera, from going from the glam stuff to what they ended up turning into. Because with it being Phil's first album, I mean, it still had that, hair metal sensibilities to it, but you could feel and hear everything brewing into the direction they were heading into.
Yeah, and it worked out for them. And God, what a drastic shift between their sounds. Well, all right, cool. All right, Jay, what is your first one?
My first one is, Band of Kids at that point. Nothing's Great About a Heartache by Bad for Good.
Oh, wow. See, I'm not that familiar with that album.
There's, some kind of bizarre songs on that album, but for the most part, it's solid as shit. Steve Vai was the mastermind behind it. Played a big part in the songwriting. But songwriting aside, it didn't change the fact that them kids could play. And Thomas McRockland, the guitar player, was like 12 at the time. Would blow most people away then, and he's even better now. He's got a channel on YouTube that I watch pretty religiously. And it's a great band, and that song is just, you can tell kids weren't right just by the subject context and but
like toys and bedtime.
Great fucking ballad. I still listen to it frequently today.
Okay, cool. I have to find it on YouTube and listen to that album because you brought it up a few times on this show.
Yeah, I've dug around and found the CD used. I don't remember how many years ago it was now, but I even got the cassette laying around here somewhere yet.
Wasn't that kid from the Steve Vai video? The
audience
is watching or
listening. Yes, Thomas McRockin was young Steve Vai in it.
Yeah.
When I grow up, I'm gonna be a famous rock and roll guitar player.
Love it.
Okay. Yeah, I thought there was someone that was an actor in that too, or some shit.
Well, and the drummer in that band is now the drummer of Avenged Sevenfold, Brooks Wackerman.
No kidding. That's crazy.
Oh, and
that sounds crazy.
Well, and if you're a fan of old TV, the singer in that band was Danny Cooksey, who was known for being on Different Strokes.
Yes, Arnold Jackson. You're just being creepy because you've got homework to do and we're having fun. Some fun.
Because Arnold's friend. He was in Salute Your Shorts. He was in Terminator. He was in an episode of The Dukes of Hazzard. There's a lot of voiceover shit.
Okay, I thought he was an actor or something. Okay, all right, that makes sense. Yeah, all right. My lead off. It's easily the biggest and most popular song on my mixtape. I think this ballad is the best ballad out there, and it has all the qualities a good ballad should have. So I figured let me start things off with it. And if you know the genre, and if you don't, you know this song. It's "I Remember You" by Skid Row from the self-titled album. I mean, the acoustic beginning, the build up throughout the song, and the guitar solo is killer, and obviously Sebastian Bach's vocals just put it over the top. And then it calms down again at the end as it fades out. It's just it's the perfect ballad for this genre. I don't think anything really. I like all the songs on my mixtape, but this thing is peak balladness, if that's a word. It's an unbelievable song. I mean,
I agree with you on unbelievable. And Scotty Hill's guitar solo is fucking just perfect in that song.
But just the line, live for your smile and die for your kiss. That's enough to have Gravity take panties off girls. That's just more than enough to pull them off. It's unbelievable. It's your I love you and all that kind of lovey-dovey stuff, which mostly songs were. But yeah, I think that's peak of ballad right there. Nothing is even close to how all that's the standard of a ballad, basically. So I decided to lead off with that. That's my first one.
Nice.
Dave and Rachel wrote some pretty fucking incredible music, still do. But back on the first couple records, it was just fucking dynamite.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the one song that just set them well over the. They're already big at the time, but that thing was just. What was it? What was it? Sebastian Bach? One of them said, we didn't think this song would be playing at proms all across the country in 1989. You wrote the song that did, and it's not an easy task. All right, Paul, what's your second?
Okay,
ballad?
My second song on the album, it's LA Guns. I love LA Guns. Had to include them on here. It's off of their third album, and it's Crystallize.
Ooh, that's a good one. That is a good one. Yeah, I like, because I don't know if you heard they have a live album that's all acoustic with Jizzy Pearl singing on it. That's such a fantastic version. I just like his voice. I always liked his voice. But Phil Lewis got a fantastic voice too. Damn, that's a good one right there.
That album they did with Jizzy Pearl was really good too.
Yeah. See, I'm a fan of just about anything he's done. I just love the sound of his voice. His YouTube channel is great, and I'm a big fan of Love Hate. So yeah.
What's cool about that song, I mean, it's a great song, but when Hollywood Vampires came out, it didn't really get a huge shake because of the times it was in.
Yeah.
They ended up re-releasing that song on Vicious Circle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and just to try to get it another chance at glory, if you will. And I mean, that was kind of an odd move, but cool. I mean, that song doesn't get old.
Yeah, I remember getting that album back in '91 on cassette. 'Cause I'm an old fuck, but actually it had like the cover was 3D and it came with like little glasses in the cassette jewel case so you can look at it. But I wasn't into it then. Like I'm listening to going, this isn't sleazy. This isn't like the first two albums. What the hell? But as time went on, you're just like, this is a fucking good album.
There's a lot of really good songs on that.
Yes, it really is. It does take a little different departure from the first two and a little more goth and sleaze, but man, there's so many good songs on, like you said, Paul.
Now, see, that's where, like a lot of bands, because of when I got into things of a hard rock and metal persuasion, I got into them at Hollywood Vampires. So I instantly loved what I heard. And then, you know, time progresses, and yet again, my lovely cat just kept getting in packages from Columbia House.
And, what was his name? Mittens? Is that Mittens? Mittens.
And so I ended up getting, you know, the back catalog, if you will. And I was surprised that it was a different departure. I hadn't even heard the Ballad of Jane until I got Cocked and Loaded.
What, you live in a cave? Who the fuck? What?
I live in and what do you expect?
Yeah, Iowa is pretty much open field cave. Same freaking
and cornfields. Don't forget the cornfields.
There you go. Yeah. That's a great pick. That's a good one. All right, your next one, Jay.
Arguably the song that created the power ballad phase, if you will, was Home Sweet Home by Mötley Crüe. And that's going to have to be right here at number 2. Is it my favorite Mötley Crüe ballad? No. Is it I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that it kind of started that craze, would that song be on this mixtape? Also no. But I do love the song, and I think Mick Mars' solo on it, especially in later years live, they backed off the BPM of the song a little bit, and it just had so much more feeling to it. And it is a great fucking song, so it's got to get props for what it started.
I agree with that, yeah, because it really made. There were bands that had ballads out before that, quote unquote.
Right. I mean, some of the stuff when I made this list, I narrowed down to my 10 by I was at over 100 when I started my initial list.
Fuck, what?
Dude, I like ballads, all right?
You definitely don't have a girlfriend. Holy shit.
Anyway, I do like a lot of ballads, and there was stuff from before, you know, I had The Price by Twisted Sister and a bunch of other shit.
Alone Again by Dokken. Yeah, there was a bunch. Yeah. There was a bunch, yeah. Thunderbird by Quiet Riot. I mean, they all had them, but you're right that Home Sweet Home.
Nothing with that match until Home Sweet Home did it.
And then ever since then, that's what you did. You put a ballad out eventually as a single, and some of them went huge. You know, that was your thing.
Yep.
All right,
also the version on A Decade of Decadence is really good too.
That version is better than the one that's on Theater of Pain by far.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
It's you, dude.
Yo, I'm on my way.
All right, my second one. The rest of my mixtape are ones that weren't big and just never broke through. Though some of these goddamn ballads should have. And this one should have been released as a single with a video. This whole album is killer. One of the best debuts from the genre. It's Desperate from Babylon AD's self-titled debut. Again, another great ballad with the slow beginning. It builds up, and at the end, when they're just, you know, as it fades out, it's just a kick-ass song. How this thing was not a household name is beyond me, or this band, for that matter.
I've never figured that out either. That fucking first album is dynamite.
Yeah.
I mean, so many songs that should have been absolutely huge. And I mean, I get it. They got lumped together with everybody else that came out about it. But Substance Matter, they had better songs than most, and they were great players also.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So
Was
I
that
remember
album 89 or 9?
89. It was 89.
89, okay.
Yep. So I remember getting it then, listening to it, and that song came up, and I'm just like, holy crap, this thing's gonna be huge. And then the story, we all know the story. They went with the RoboCop 2 soundtrack for Kid Goes Wild, which I get, but then they didn't really make a video for this for Ballad, which that's just mind blowing to me. How this song is not up there with like Every Rose Has a Thorn, I Remember You, Don't Close Your Eyes, but here it is. But yeah, I love that tune. Such a good one. All right, Paul, you're number 3.
My number 3, I'm going with Danger Danger off of their second album, Coming Home.
Oh, okay. That's a good one.
Little swerve. I thought you were going to say, I Still Think About You when you were giving the lead up to that.
But yeah, but Coming Home
it was a toss-up between those, really.
Now, I kind of remember that track listing. Was there another... Is that the last song before all the stupid...
There's another one called Coming Home, I think.
No, I'm trying to think of the album listing. I don't remember if that was like the real last full-length out song before they started going into like not Get Your Shit Together, but the rap they have.
You want
You want it. I think that might be. It might be after. Is that after it?
40 SOP is also after that one.
Okay, all right. So that's the thing with that album. It's all over the place.
Yeah,
like, it's not like nothing's like consistent. You're talking about Monkey Business, then you slip to the big one, then it's Coming Home, then you're a horny son of a bitch, then you have for some reason a rap. It's just all over the goddamn place. It's like, come on, guys, pick a lane, stay with it. I might do a little better on that, but it's a good album. Don't get me wrong. I do like the album. Yeah, it is kind of we're all over the place. All right, Jay, what's your number 3?
Number 3 is well, let's see here. Best way to describe them would be Marvelous 3 before Marvelous 3. South Gang.
Mm-hmm.
Enough off their debut album.
Which one?
Love Ain't Enough.
That was on my honorables. That's a great ballad. That's a good one.
That album had Desmond Child's touch on it all fucking over the place. It shows. I mean, Butch Walker is an incredible songwriter. He's proven it over and over and over again. But, back before the Marvelous 3 and everything else, they had a blonde-haired singer. They looked the part. They played the part. And they had a phenomenal run for 2 albums.
Yeah, both those albums are great.
Oh, hell yes.
Yeah, they're absolutely great.
And I actually had to kind of pick between this and Aim for the Heart because both of them are phenomenal. This one I guess I've listened to it more over the years, but it is definitely in my top 10 favorite ballads all time.
I think I like this one more than Aim for the Heart. Though Aim for the Heart's great too. I just like the part when he sings That Don't Mean Forever. He just screeches it out right before the chorus.
That don't mean forever. No, baby.
Yeah, it's pure emotion and power.
Yeah, beautiful. Yep. I totally agree. I thought you were going to say something, Paul. Sorry. I think you had something to say. All right. Well,
I know I've listened to that album, but I've got to spend more time with it.
Oh, both their albums are fantastic. I'll definitely say that. I think they got better at what they do, playing in songwriting on the second album, but I think both albums are killer. Both of them are really good.
Well, the big thing would be they didn't have the same production team and songwriters helping them on the second album.
Yeah, they switched it up, but I think both are very good.
Desmond or Arthur Payson were involved with the second one at all.
No, group therapy.
It's more of a truer portrait of what they were probably than their debut, because it's just like if you don't write the songs completely by yourself, then how much of it's really your voice?
Yeah, it's true. That is true. I mean, there's so many bands that they do that with.
Mm-hmm.
All right, my number 3. It's the one that, same album that you had, Paul, and the song you mentioned. It's "I Still Think About You" by Danger Danger.
Nice.
That thing should have been massive. And 91, just too late. But I always like the line, uh, "Ain't got nothing but this song," and you're just like, "Oh man, this dude's down because this bitch left him." But yeah, it should have been big. 91, it's too late. They really didn't have the traction that much from the first album, and then this thing just didn't explode. It came out in 89, maybe, but 91, way too late. It's way too late.
Have you ever seen the acoustic version they did?
Yes.
It's on YouTube. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. What were you saying, Jay?
I like Danger Danger, and I do love that song, that album. But I don't know how much coming out earlier would have really helped him. One complaint that I have heard people say about them is they couldn't get past Ted Poley's voice.
Really?
I've heard
I don't
that
think he
quite
has
a
a
bit.
bad voice at all.
He doesn't. I don't think he does, at least. But
Interesting.
I mean, I suppose maybe it's too. I don't know. Maybe it's too whatever. But
I never heard anyone say that. Wow. Wow. Huh. Because I saw them on tour for this album in a small club on Long Island, and it was just a party. Like I mean, they kicked ass on stage, but then it just got divulged into just chaos. They had a local guitarist come up, and I mean they're from New York, so they kind of knew people there. And he was up there playing, and Paulie was behind the kit because he used to be a drummer, so he's playing drums. And it was just pure chaos, but it was just entertaining as all hell to watch. It was a really good show. You see this, and you're like, I can see why they got signed. I get it. What did you say, Jay?
I said I don't find that to be too surprising.
Yeah, I mean,
that'd be a big party atmosphere with those shows.
That's exactly what it was. It was from start to finish. So yeah. All right, Paul, you're number 4.
Yeah, so this song came out in 1994, so it obviously had no chance. It was off of the band's third album, and they weren't really known for ballads, but they have some great ones. It's Dangerous Toys off of Pissed, Promise the Moon.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good song.
A really different song, too.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Dangerous Toys, you don't think of ballads, but yeah, that's a good one.
I've never heard that song. I'm gonna have to check it out.
Are you serious?
That's not right.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Wow, I thought you would have heard it. Have you ever listened to Pissed?
Ooh. I've never heard it.
It's so good.
Yeah, it is. It is. It really is. Their first 3 albums are really good. I think the one they just released is really good too.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one formerly known as, and let's not mention that one. It's not that good. But yeah, the first 3, I would highly recommend Pissed. Yeah, definitely check it out, Jay. It's got some really good stuff on it. Yeah. Especially the title track. Oh my God, it's so ballsy. It's great. All right, what's your next one, Jay?
Kiss This Love Goodbye by Wild Side.
Yeah, okay, nice. That's really good. That's it.
I mean, I've went into my love for that band and that album many times. We've discussed it. So there's not much more I can say that I haven't before, but if anybody out there watches that has not checked that album out, get the fuck to it, for Christ's sakes.
Whoa, finish watching this episode first. Watch all the Hairband Basement episodes. You get through that when you're done. Then check out Under the Influence by Wild Side.
I can agree with that.
But that album it's a 10 out of 10.
Absolutely.
Every song kills. Every song. Just insane. Again, that's another band where if they came out earlier, they should have been huge. They should have been big. Unreal. Part of me thinks, like, what if they did finish the album sooner and tour with Van Halen? Would they have been bigger, or was it just too late?
I think at that point it was probably too late.
Yeah.
Fortunately, did they deserve way more than what they got? There's not a question in my mind. They deserved the moon.
Just that one album alone, they deserve more.
Absolutely.
Such a killer album. All right, mine, I think it might be time-wise, the latest one to be released. I didn't know about these guys when they came out, and I praised this album up and down. Great Sleaze album. This song, I mean, again, if it came out in '89, maybe, but Roses on My Grave from Alley Cat Scratch from their Dead Boys in Trash City. What an unbelievably good song and such an unbelievably good album. One of my favorite Sleaze albums, one of my favorite Sleaze metal albums. It's so good. I think it's a way better song than Ballad with Jane. You want to go Sleaze metal ballads, this one is way better. So good.
You know, from a sleazier band, you didn't really get ballads all that frequent. So
no. I mean,
that album was really late, right?
93.
Oh.
Yeah, 93. I didn't know about it at the time. I don't remember how I even came across it. Maybe on Apple Music it came up or something. I don't remember. Or maybe I was looking at one album and they had the suggestions at the bottom. I was like, oh, let me listen to this. And the first tune, Stiletto Strut, which is a killer song. When me and Jay did the 93 album, I let off my mixtape with that. I'm sorry, 93 mixtape. And the rest of the album is really goddamn good. I mean, you want to look at a really good sleaze metal album, I would highly recommend this one. But this ballad, it's unbelievably good. All right, you're number 5, Paul. What do you got?
Okay, if I remember correctly, I think Brian, this was on your list when you did like bands we can't get into, something like that, and yeah, it hurt me a little bit, but I eventually stopped crying.
My apology. Well, my job is done. That's my job, to get the viewers to cry.
Yeah, this was another band that wasn't known for ballads, but they have some great ones. Wasp, Forever Free.
I knew it was gonna be a Wasp. Yeah.
For the record, Paul, I am a very big fan of Wasp, unlike our compadre here. So
I don't know why. I just can't. I haven't.
You don't under. What?
I can't even explain it. The Wasp songs I like, they kick ass. I just don't know why I haven't dove deeper into their catalog.
Well, maybe between me and Paul and Jason badgering you, that'll happen.
Yeah, please, I'm married. Nagging's not going to work. But yeah, I can't explain it.
It was a fucking great tune. I had a Wasp tune, different than your pick on my honorables. So
okay.
I love the band.
All right, what's your number 5? We're on 5, right? You're number 5, Jay.
Die for You by Alice Cooper.
Ooh, wow. I forgot all about that one. That's a good one.
That was on Hey Stupid, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, it was written by Nikki Sixx, Mick Marso, maybe, and I think maybe Jim Valance too, but it's possible that and I guess I've never seen anybody say or deny that maybe that was the start of a Mötley Crüe song. I would imagine it's possible, considering both of them had their hand in writing it. And Mick played on it. Nikki was elsewhere on the album, but it's a fucking great tune. And that's probably my favorite Alice album, actually.
I was gonna say that's a very underrated album.
Yeah, I mean, everybody
don't know why.
Feed My Frankenstein or whatever, but Hurricane Years is fucking incredible. There's a song there called Little by Little, is my favorite Alice Cooper song.
Love's a Loaded Gun is another good song.
That's a good one, yeah. I like the title track too. What was that, Jay?
So much good shit.
Yeah, I don't know why people don't like that one. Makes no sense to me. Makes absolutely no sense. All right, my next one, my number 5, a band you already mentioned, Paul. It's from their Hellacious Acres album, Best of Friends.
That's a good pick.
Yeah, it's not your typical lovey-dovey ballad, and it's like just the story behind it. It's just so goddamn good, especially when he's talking about his dead friend, and he's like, I look back in my mind to the place where you'll always live, and you're just like, fuck yeah, everyone's lost people in their lives, and it's like, yeah, that's the kind of ballad I could see Dangerous Toys doing. But yeah, I always love that one. It's a great album too. The first three albums are just fucking fantastic.
I don't know how that one was not a single.
Yeah, yeah, it's unbelievable. What were the singles?
I think Sticks and Stones was one.
I know Gimme No Lip was the lead off one. Was Line 'Em Up a single? Yeah, Line 'Em Up I think was one. All great tunes. All great songs, but yeah, how they didn't release this as a single, that's beyond me. That's crazy. It's crazy. It's 91. You gotta have a ballad out there. You have one. The first album didn't. No, I get it, but this, come on. All right, you're number 6, Paul. What do you got?
My number 6, it's from 1990 off this band's debut, and I just love the guitar riff in this. It does the da-na-na, da-na-na. It's One in a Million by Trickster.
That's a good one. That is a good one. Yeah, that's a great album too. That was a single, wasn't it? Didn't they release that one as a single?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, okay. Because by 90, I was in college and I really wasn't watching MTV like I used to. But yeah, that's a good pick. I forgot about that one. Shit. That's another band. MCA screwed over. That's
a long fucking list of who got hosed by them assholes.
It really is. But I told this story. They were on Eddie Trunk. A couple of them from the band were on Eddie Trunk and saying, yeah, we went to a mall to check out if people are buying the album, and the stores were like, oh yeah, the company didn't send us enough to meet the demand of all the people lining up to get this thing. How do you mess that up? Like, come on. I think it did go gold though.
It did, yeah.
But it should have been more. And I don't know. That company is just so fucked.
They got
the Musician Cemetery of America.
Yep. What are you gonna say, Jay?
They got a hell of a catalog. All the way from debut to the recent.
Yeah, oh my god, they're such a good band. You're right. You're totally right. All right, Jay, what's your...
I saw them a few days ago. They were unreal.
Oh, really? Were they playing with anyone or just them?
It was them and Lynch Mob.
Oh, is that so?
Okay, that's not a bad show.
Yeah, it was really good.
Cool. Ooh. All right, Jay, what's your number 6?
Let Go by Firehouse.
That's a good one. That's really a good one.
Most people pay zero attention to anything besides the first 2 albums by that band. Yeah. Well, fast forward to their 3rd album, it's 95 or whatever. They have a certifiable hit with a fucking ballad. They knew how to write a ballad very well. Fast forward to Prime Time coming out. It's the last song on the album. It starts with piano almost haunting in its arrangement, but fantastic fucking song. And may CJ Snare rest in peace.
Yeah, even the latest single they released a year ago was really good.
Yeah, with Nate Peck. Yeah, good shit.
Yeah, I thought they were making more music after that, but I don't know. I haven't heard anything.
Well, considering how long it took to get a new Firehouse song, period.
I know. That's true.
I mean, I get it. True. With the way things work now compared to back then, this person lives in this state, this one lives in that state. Yes, I get you can fucking record stuff virtually, but at the same point, there is something to be said for getting in a room and writing together.
Yeah, of course. No, I get that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's their plans. I don't know. But I definitely look forward to them doing more at some point.
All right, my number 6. I think the rest of these songs I have, most of them should have been big. This album, such a great album. This thing should have been released as a single and been huge. For Hurricane, Slave to the Thrill, I Don't Want to Dream. Unbelievable tune. And somehow they just died. Let's not release this. I don't get it. I just don't get it. But yeah, that whole album kicks ass. I think it's their best album. But yeah, that ballad again up there with like Desperate. Should have been huge. Should have been a household name.
Was that the band that also had a Sarzo and Cavazo in it?
Were they both in it?
Yeah, because
yeah, because they switched up. That's
brothers, Tony, I believe, he was the bass player, and Robert Sarzo
was the guitarist. Yeah, yep.
Flip flop from Quiet Riot.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. But yeah, that band is so goddamn good, and for some reason, just never clicked. That one I don't get. That's one of those bands where it's like, what?
Remember who the singer was back then too, Kelly Hansen. So yeah, how they didn't become big is fucking just stupid. I mean,
but they had a lot of songs that had hit written all over it. On to You should have been big.
I say, nah, 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 nah. I'm on to you, nah, 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 nah.
This song should have been big.
I don't wanna dream tonight without you.
It's the one that
Temptation should have been huge.
Temptation. Another one off the oh shit, now I'm forgetting how it went. Fuck. I had it too. It kind of has that On to You kind of vibe to it. Next to You.
I'm gonna get next to you. I'm gonna be where you are.
That's that those have hit written all over it. I don't understand. And this song and nothing. Just went nowhere, which is shocking to me. All right, you're number 7, Paul. What do you got?
Yeah, for my number 7, this band, they had a lot of big ballads. This was off of their 4th album from '94. It didn't go anywhere, unfortunately, but it's my favorite ballad from them, Cinderella Through the Rain.
Oh, nice. That's a nice one. Yeah, that was '94 that came out?
Still Climbing? Yeah.
Yeah, it was not. I thought it was '94. I thought it was maybe '95. That's an underrated album.
It is.
Yeah, everyone talks about the first 3, but that one gets forgotten. There's a lot of good songs in that one. Yeah,
Hot and Bothered from Wayne's World. All Comes Down is a good one.
Yeah. What's the one? Talk is Cheap. That's a great tune. That is such a good tune. But yeah, it is a solid album. All right, we're at 7. You're number 7, Jay.
Does anybody really fall in love anymore by Kane Roberts?
Oh, there's like 8 versions of that.
Cher has a version of it. Bon Jovi did a version of it, which makes sense because they wrote, or at least were co-writers of the song.
Does anybody really fall in love anymore? Does anybody really ever open that door? I know.
I'll take Kane's version any fucking day of the week.
I think that's the best one. Yeah, I'm with you. That's the best one.
And really, it's a great song off a great album. I mean, there was a lot of good stuff on there, and he's known as being Alice Cooper's guitar player, and as he should be. But he's got an incredible fucking voice. Jesus, he can sing. And I can't remember who was all in his band on that right offhand, but yeah, fucking very, very, very solid shit. I still listen to that ballad. As a matter of fact, I think I heard it on my way home from band practice on Sunday. So yeah, it still pops up real frequently in my playlist.
Yeah, I agree. That's the best version of that song too. All right, my number 7 from one of my favorite all-time albums of all time. From Doing the Nasty by Slick Toxic. Both ballads are great. I flipped a coin, went with White Lies, Black Truth. So goddamn good. This is so good. I mean, another one that's really not about, falling in love or breaking up and that same old usual horse shit. But yeah, just I love this album top to bottom. It's a 10 out of 10 for me. A desert island album. Both ballads are great. Again, this came out in '92. Wasn't going to go anywhere. Unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. All right, number 8. What do you got for number 8, Paul?
This is a band that Jay was talking about earlier, but it's a different song. It's from Firehouse's third album, Here For You.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one. All right. And you're right.
That,
You're right.
that was one that was also on my list that didn't make the cut. I had like 6 different Firehouse songs on it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, you said they can write a ballad.
They have a lot of really good ballads past the 2 that people know.
Yeah, I don't like Love of a Lifetime. It just never clicked with me. That's the one song I skip on that debut. The rest of that debut is great, but I never got into that one.
Ugh.
One of the biggest songs. Let's go go figure. But
yeah, it was Let Go, Hold a Dream, or Here For You were the final 3. And I didn't even pick exactly which one of those 3 was going to be until about 10 minutes before we started filming this.
You're putting all the extra work, 100 ballads. Anyway, still working on it until right before the record.
You know the struggle is real on some of the videos that we make, especially like your least favorite song, like it's fucking tug of war with yourself.
Yeah, but
this was about that bad. Only people didn't get to witness me wanting to strangle somebody because, well, yeah, I mean,
but not for nothing. The way I look at it. And it's almost the same when Trevor from the Crash Course Metal Show has me on the casino. You don't have to plan for anything. You just walk in, you're like, all right, what do we got? It's pretty much what it was when we did the worst song off the album, both of them. You guys didn't have to do any work.
I know. In some ways, this is more agonizing because I'm sitting there looking at sheets of paper. I'm thinking, fuck me. How am I going to cut this song off? Then I look down one line, and there's another, and another, and another. There was so much great music in the genre that we love, gentlemen.
Well, that's the thing. Something like this, yeah, or all the mixtapes. You have homework. You guys get homework with this shit. It's like you and Jason go way overboard with it. I'm like, what the fuck?
Hundreds of songs. It must be something with the way our names are similar.
All right, you want to go with whatever helps you sleep at night, bro. Okay, go with that. All right, who just went? That was you, Jay? Or was that?
Yeah.
All right, so my number 8. Did you do 8?
No, I didn't do my 8. I got 3 left.
Are hard.
That said, I'll See You in My Dreams by Giant.
Well, that's another underrated band.
Very underrated band.
Yeah. I always put them side by side with Thunder. Had a very similar sound. They both just weren't. I mean, Thunder should have been big. Same with Giant, but that song was huge. But their biggest song. They just never clicked to be a huge band.
Like Giant, Thunder, bands like that are just ever so slightly more metallic, if you will, than like Night Ranger or Loverboy, more polished, if you will. Otherwise, you can almost take them completely out of the genre of hair metal.
Yeah, I think you're right, because it was like they were AOR hard rock type of stuff, but in the late 80s, the only genre that was close to it was hair metal, so they all just got lumped in. Just threw them all together. Just laziness. Stupid laziness. All right, my number 8. This band did have a huge ballad from their second album that I can't listen to anymore, but I don't think this band had put a bad album out. From their third album, 3 Sides of Every Story, went with Extreme's Tragic Comic. Right, for the opening bass line is killer. And just the fact it's a song about a guy that's a stumbling, bumbling idiot, head over heels in love with someone, but can't do anything right. Just can't do anything right. That whole album is just way underrated. And that song, I think, is a better song than More Than Words. I think it's a better tune.
Oh, absolutely.
It should have been big. It just should have been big. But again, 92. And people looked at that. Even when I got this at the time in 92, it was like, this isn't like the first 2 albums.
Boys,
And again, over time, you start appreciating it more, going, oh, this isn't like the first two albums. That's a plus. That's a good thing. But yeah.
The second you heard the beginning of Rest in Peace, you knew you weren't listening to Porno Graffiti.
Yeah, but I think that that first part, the three parts, that first part is closest to their first two albums.
Yeah, I mean,
and then it
got more experimental as it went on.
Yeah. I even said I had Jason on for something. We're talking about them. He said they're like a modern day Queen. I said it's like if Queen and Van Halen had a baby. That's kind of like what their music is, you know.
I'd say that's a pretty accurate description.
I don't think they put out a bad album. Some better than others, yeah, but nothing bad. Nothing was anything bad.
How the hell can you put out anything bad when you have Nuno Betancourt in the band?
Exactly. What was that, Paul?
Oh, do you guys find that song relatable?
Every guy does. Every guy. There's no way that whole image of the perfect gentleman being perfect every second of the way. Nah, that's not real. So you're young. You'll learn this shit. You'll learn this shit. Especially that young age of doing goofy stuff and still figuring things out and all that kind of shit.
I had a great time tonight. Would you like to go for a burrito sometime with me?
No. I'm sorry. No, I wouldn't.
Oh, wow. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, kind of jealous. I mean, at least he's got Google to help him out with a few things, unlike us. I mean, we had encyclopedias, and, well, the only thing they were good for is really beating somebody over the head.
Yeah, not for reading or learning like a nerd. Oh, man. All right, what's your number 9, Paul?
Yeah, this should have been way bigger. It was off their second album. They had a huge ballad on the first one, but unfortunately this one didn't really go anywhere. Warrant, Blind Faith.
Oh, that's a really good tune.
I like how it starts with the radio static, and then you hear just that acoustic, and then it all just swells at the end.
Yeah, but the thing is, it comes off of Love in Stereo, so it kind of flows into it from that song before. So yeah, it's got the what's what I'm looking for, the long beat.
This was on my honorables, so I fucking love it.
I didn't have any Warrant on my honorables, so I'm surprised. I got a shitload of honorables. You're right. That should have been bigger. It just wasn't. Like, it just didn't do anything.
I think it was released as a single in '91, so that could be why.
Yeah, because would they release just the 4 songs off of that, right? Obviously, Cherry
Uncle
Pie
Tom's Cabin, I Saw Red, Cherry Pie,
and that. I think that was it.
Yeah.
Blind Faith. Yeah. That's kind of what they did in the first album, too. They had, it was a Down Boys, Heaven, fucking, what was it? Big Talk, and then Sometimes She Cries, which worked in 89. 90, 91, yeah, not so much. Not so much. All right, what's your second to last song here, Jay? Second last ballad, sorry.
High Enough by Damn Yankees.
It's a great tune. That's just a great tune. I remember seeing someone recently post like, "Oh, I can't stand that tune." What?
How the fuck can someone not stand Jack Blaze and Tommy Shaw working together on a ballad? I mean, I got a few people I could probably reference them to. But anywho, it's hard to pick a Damn Yankees ballad. Them first 2 albums, there's what, 4 or 5 ballads?
Yeah.
I almost took Silence Is Broken. But
that's a good one too.
It's a great one, definitely. Yeah. But what gave this the nod was, while I may not agree with his stance on shit, Ted Nugent ripped that fucking solo, and I've watched the video for that song since I was a kid, but I can still remember him walking out of that shack with that fucking zebra stripe PRS wailing on that bitch. And that alone gets in the spot on this list.
Wasn't he under a hail of bullets that he did it too? Weren't they getting shot at? Wasn't that the video? I remember they were like hiding out in a shack or some shit. And just you're able to rip out that solo while under heavy gunfire from the police. Yeah, respect that. You go. All right, speaking of bands that got fucked over by MCA, this band, the debut is fantastic. The follow-up, not so much. But off of Stick to Your Guns by Sweet FA, both ballads are great. I went with Heart of Gold.
Fuck, that's on my honorables too.
Such a great tune. Another one mismanaged by that shit label. I think they only had the one video for Rhythm of Action, and that was it. You have so many good songs on this album that you could have made a video for or done something with. Like I said, 2 killer ballads. Nope. They decided, we'll just do the one and then go back in the studio and release Temptation, which stunk. Just that didn't work for me. It just didn't work for me.
Who was the president of MCA back then? Because
some douche.
I'm willing to bet that at some point, shortly after every band got fucked by that guy, most of them like to throw a blanket party. I mean, I'd get in on that just for them fucking over so many great artists that we enjoy.
It's just mind-boggling why why any artist would sign with them, that they think, oh, we're going to be the ones they're going to support. They must have been promising so much shit or maybe you just like a band that needs to be signed or wants to be signed. You take whatever offer they give you. I don't know. It just seems odd that by 90, you should be like, you know what?
I would like to say that any record deal is better than none, but that's not true.
Yeah, it's the thing. Yes. I get it to a point, but then it's like,
the only thing signing with MCA could have done for anybody's career is the right to say, hey, I got a record deal. I'm on a major label.
Yeah. There were some big artists that were on MCA, but this genre, man, did they screw them over. Holy shit. That's what they did best, I guess. All right, Paul, what are you closing out with on your mixtape for ballads?
Yeah, you had one from these guys earlier. It's Mötley Crüe, and I decided to go with Drift Away off of the self-titled album from '94. It's one of my favorite ballads from them, and it closes out the album, and I think it works to close out my mixtape too.
All right, there you go. Okay, all right. The whole discussion of whether that's a Mötley Crüe album or not, as people out there like, oh, it's not Crüe, but yeah. It's on the title. It's on the title of the damn album. It's on the cover right there. You can't deny it. You can't deny it.
That's probably like the one song that I could maybe see Vince singing on that one.
That's a good point. That's a really good point.
Well, that and Poison Apples.
Those okay, yeah, you're right.
I can see Vince.
But everything else now.
No.
I couldn't picture him on Till Death Do Us Part.
No. But some people say that's the reason why Generation Swine stunk so much, because a good amount of those songs were written with Karabi, or at least with him in mind, and you bring Vince on board and he's not gonna cut it. He's no John Karabi. He's not gonna happen. All right, Jay, what do you
valid point on that? I mean, I guess I hadn't given that much thought on Generation Swine, but
it stays.
My number 10.
Yeah, number 10. What do you got?
My Heart by Mr. Big.
Oh, that's a good one. I almost had. Now people are gonna kill me for this. I do like Be With You, and I'm like, nah, I can't bring myself.
That didn't even enter my equation making this list.
I don't have it on my honorables. No, I thought about it, and I was like, no. I do like the song. I'll say I like the song, but just take my heart to great too.
For the purposes of what I enjoy, it was either going to be this or anything for you off their debut. And this is just a superior song to anything with you. So
yeah, I think it is. I think it is. Yeah. All right, I'm closing out my mixtape. I mentioned the vocalist of this band before. It's not exactly lovey-dovey, and it's the kind of ballad this band would do. For their second album, Wasted in America, Love Hates Don't Fuck With Me. That's a great tune. That's such a great tune. I always liked the line, don't want to be judged by the color of my skin or the beer that I'm drinking. and just goes in, don't fuck with me because I don't look like you, and don't fuck with me because I won't fuck with you. Oh, so goddamn good. It's the kind of ballad, yes, these guys would do. Even the other one on this album, Social Sidewinder, another one where it's like that's the kind of ballad they would do. They wouldn't talk about falling. You can't have a song about runaway teens doing junk behind a dumpster at a rock club and then go into how much I love you or you broke my heart. Nah, it's not them. They're not gonna do it. But yeah, great tune.
That's a really good album.
Yes, it is. I think their first, well, the three, this obviously Blackout in the Red Room, this, and then the one Let's Rumble, all great. I've always been a huge fan of this band since day one, since that debut. But that is my mixtape. All right, so what'd you guys name your tapes? What do you got for your name, Paul?
Heart Manglers and Love Anglers.
What say it again? Heart
Manglers and Love Anglers.
Love Anglers. All right. Jay, what did you have?
My tape is called This Is Probably Not Gonna Get You Laid.
You already used that for something.
I did?
You know I'm
I
gonna
know
put the fucking
similar
clip
to that,
in.
but I don't think
You
I
know I'm
used
gonna
it.
edit that in and make you look an asshole. You know I'm gonna
Okay.
do that.
I named my tape Try Getting Laid to This. All right. Well, in that case, I got a part 2 with the title, but fuck it.
Part 2. Oh, so fucking lazy.
I don't know. I'll tell you what. Let's see here.
What are you gonna chat GPT?
Yeah,
you cheap
go
bastard?
ahead and edit it. And
no, I'm leaving this shit in.
I was gonna say I'll think of another title on the fly, but
now you got part 2. Go, there you go. You can't think of something like the panty dropper or moist laps.
Well,
the
if
lap
you think about
moistening.
How about this one instead? This Is Goodbye. Most of the songs on this list are about breaking up or, I mean,
How about
kisses
See Ya, bitch?
love ain't enough. You get the picture on this.
I got it. I think See Ya, bitch
So,
would be the better title.
This probably ain't going to get you laid, but it's probably meaning because I dumped your ass. So.
Okay. Right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, I used the same goddamn man. All right. Mine is Tossed Ballad Salad. It's an album you want to spend your dirty pennies on. So there you go.
Are you gonna put in a picture of somebody like tossing a salad? Like
I'm making pictures for all these fucking albums, all these mixtapes. So
I cannot wait to see a picture for your album, bro. I really can't.
All right, let me do this because there's someone that follows all of us and heavily devoted to this music. J629, he gave me his mixtape. I said I'd read it for him, so he had, let me pen this in here. All right, so he had Heart of Gold by Sweet F.A., Love Lies by Casanova, which is a good one, Don't Want to Dream by Hurricane, Anna by Heavy Bones, which is a great choice, I Remember You from Skid Row, See You Someday by Lillian Axe, Don't Know What You Got Till It's Gone by Cinderella, Just Another Night by Wildside, which that I almost had, Home Sweet Home by Mötley Crüe. He's a huge Mötley Crüe fan. And Sad Teresa by Warrant, which is another good one. And before we do our honorables, while I got it up, let me go through his. Death Do Us Part by White Lion. He had Look My Way by Brittany Fox. Giving Yourself Away by Rat, which is a great one. Check out the version by City to City. If I Had My Way by Every Mother's Nightmare. That's a good one. I Still Think About You by Danger Danger. True Love and Other Fairy Tales by Electric Angels. After the Love Has Gone by Shy England. Well, I haven't heard of them for a while. Tear Down the Walls by Kix is a great one. And End of the Summer Days by Taiketo. So you got a whole shitload of stuff there. All right, so Paul, what do you have for honorables?
I've got Whitesnake, Deeper the Love,
That's
Sebastian
underrated.
Bach, By Your Side.
That's a great tune. I had that on my honorables too.
What else? Another Wasp one, Hold On to My Heart off of Crimson
I
Idol.
got that one on mine.
Miles Away by Winger.
I have that on
I
mine.
Still Think
Yep,
About
same.
You by Danger Danger. Best of Friends by Dangerous Toys.
Great. Those are good ones. There's so many goddamn ones. All right. What do you got, Jay, for your honorables?
Well, I'm not about to read my whole fucking list that I wrote.
Yeah, you're not going to
we'll
read
still be
90
tomorrow.
fucking
But
songs.
I'll give you some highlights. Every Time I Dream by Autograph. If the Good Die Young by Bangalore Choir.
Nice.
Not hair metal at all, but one of the best ballads you'll ever find. In This River by Black Label Society.
Ooh, respect
Best
for that
in
one.
Peace, Dimebag Darrell. Look My Way by Brittany Fox. Walk Away by Dawkins. House of Pain by Faster Pussycat. Angel Song by Great White. Can't Find My Way by Hardline. Thieves of Love by Jones Street. Dream Until Tomorrow by Lynch Mob. Only to Win by McQueen Street. Times Are Changing by Roxy Blue.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Waste of Time by Skid Row. Real Love by Slaughter. Let's see here. I had Heart of Gold like you did. I had some Wasp stuff. I had some Warrant stuff. And Miles Away and Without the Night by Winger.
Okay, nice. Let me go through mine. I think all three of us had Miles Away by Winger on our honorables. You had Love Ain't Enough. I got that on my honorables. Rainbow by Blondes, which is a great tune. It's Over Now by LA Guns. This might be my shocker one right here. I put Hysteria by Def Leppard. I think that's a fucking great ballad. Way better than the dog shit that's Love Bites. The next two I didn't put on because it wasn't during the heyday of this music, but Gasoline by The Wild is an unbelievably good song. I would highly recommend that album. And By Your Side by Sebastian Bach, which I think is just a fucking amazing ballad. Just Another Night by Wildside. Midnight Struck by Bang Tango. I have two by Junkyard off the debut album, Simple Man or Hands Off. And what else I got here? Every Rose Had Its Thorn because, yeah, it was huge. I mean, I get that. What else I got here? Shit, what's the name of this? I had it here. Where is it? Nobody Knows by Lillian Axe. I had to have them somewhere. They just didn't make the cut. And Love Song by Tesla, but not the studio version, the 5-man acoustical jam, 14-minute epic that version is. That's just
really good.
Yeah, it's unbelievably good. And that's my honorables. All right.
I'm surprised that none of us had Brandon by Mötley Crüe.
Piece of shit. That's a shit ballads mixtape. All right. So those of you watching, if you got any ballads you think we might have missed, or put your own mixtape together, put it there in the comments, whatever the hell it is. I don't know. I always point the wrong way regardless. And I got to thank you guys for being on. Again, I've said this before. I will say it again. You and all the other guests I have on make this channel what it is, and it's a great help having you guys on. I greatly appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. So, Paul, why don't you tell the good folks where they can find you at?
Yeah, you can find me over on YouTube at Headbangers Paul, also on the socials. So, yeah, if you want more content like this, that's where you can find it.
Nice. Awesome. That's a great name, too. Headbangers Paul. Wish I had fucking something cool like that. Jay, why don't you tell where they can find you at?
Well, first off, it's always a pleasure to be here, brother. I love my spot on the couch. Can't say I'd want to be anywhere else aside from the occasional trip to the casino or Eric's channel. So you can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on X. Find my band Sweet Damage on Instagram, on Facebook. We got some cool shit coming in a month or so.
Yeah, cool. I can't wait to hear that. Let me go through my shit. Find me on X, formerly known as Twitter. Always talking music there. And download the Stationette app where I play deep hair metal tracks every Friday night at 8:30 Eastern. And let me go through my typical YouTube shit. Like, subscribe, share, ring the bell, or go to hell. And until the next time, keep your hair high and your metal horns even higher. Take care.
'Cause every bad boy still has his soft side.
Brian, what the hell are you talking about? I don't know, really.